So, welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. The idea is very simple. You see, current affairs form a very important portion of your prelims examination. Around 40 to 50% of the MCQs are directly or indirectly related to current affairs. Therefore, you cannot choose to ignore this topic. Okay, this is very important. Now, preparing for prelims, you cannot do without MCQ practice. And what better way to cover your current affairs for prelims examination than by covering or practicing MCQs on a daily basis? Look, if you'll make this lecture series a part of your daily routine, then these 4 to 5 MCQs covered on a daily basis would add up to more than 1200 MCQs from the topic of current affairs alone. You wouldn't have to worry about your current affairs portion for your prelims examination, provided you made this lecture series a daily habit of yours. So do that. And we will begin today's discussion, starting with question number 1. So let's take a look. Consider the following statements regarding Shram Yogi Mandhan scheme. Launched in 2019, it is a pension scheme for unorganized workers. It is a mandatory scheme for all informal workers registered on eShram portal. Workers will make monthly contribution to the pension fund and 50% of that amount shall be contributed additionally by the government. Now look, there are two types of workers in India, formal and informal. Well, formal workers have one advantage. They get all the social security benefits. Now, what are these social security benefits? Well, health insurance, pension, provident fund, right? These are the social security benefits. Now, for informal workers, these social security benefits are not available, right? So, government has taken out many initiatives to provide these social security benefits. For example, Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana under Ayushman Bharat program provides health insurance to BPL households or targeted households. Similarly, to provide pension benefits to informal workers, government launched Shram Yogi Mandhan scheme. It was launched in 2019 and it is a pension scheme for unorganized workers. That's absolutely correct. Now, it is a mandatory scheme for all informal workers registered on eShram portal. Now look, eShram portal is a national database of all unorganized workers in India. Okay, it is the largest database of unorganized workers in the world. But the thing is, this Shram Yogi Mandhan scheme is voluntary. It's not mandatory. Okay, so this statement is false. And how would the scheme work? Look, every month, unorganized workers will contribute some amount of their salary or monthly compensation that they receive for their work. Okay, so every month they'll contribute some amount to a pension fund. Okay, now along with their contribution, the government will match the exact amount and contribute on their behalf in the pension fund. So in the pension fund, for one person, 2x rupees are being accumulated. So government will contribute equal amount that this unorganized worker is contributing. And this will go on till he achieves the age of 60. After 60, he can safely retire, he or she, and receive a pension which might vary from 3,000 to 15,000 per month. Okay, so workers will make monthly contribution to the pension fund, absolutely. And 50% of that amount shall be contributed additionally by the government, not 50%, 100%. The government will match your contribution. Okay, so only one statement is correct. The answer is A. Question number 2. Consider the following statements. Supace portal is an AI-driven tool developed by National Informatics Center to assist judges with legal research. MuleHunter.ai is a tool developed by Central Economic Intelligence Bureau to detect banking fraud. AI chatbots are being employed by various police stations to improve police work efficiency. Okay, so AI is being used in governance quite rampantly. Okay, so recently Supreme Court launched Supace AI portal. This will work like an AI assistant for judges. Judges need to look at past judgments, legal precedents. They want to do some legal research before giving a judgment. So this AI tool will help judges do legal research. Now this Supace portal AI driven tool was not developed by National Informatics Center. It was developed by Supreme Court itself. Okay, so this statement is false. Now, another AI which will detect banking sector fraud is known as MuleHunter.ai. Okay, but this was developed by RBI, not Central Economic Intelligence Bureau. So this statement is also false. Now, many police stations across India are using AI chatbots, okay, for registering FIR, for receiving complaints and whatnot. So this part is correct. Only 3 is correct. The answer is C. Question number 3. Consider the following statements regarding gum arabic. It is a natural resin derived from acacia trees of Sahel region in Africa. 70% of the gum arabic exports come from Sudan. Gum arabic is used in food and beverages and also as a binding agent in medicine. Okay. So basically, gum arabic is a type of natural gum that is taken out from acacia trees which are found in the arid dry regions, Sahel region of Africa. Okay. Now, the thing is that Sudan's economy depends on gum arabic exports. In fact, 70% of the world's gum arabic comes from Sudan. But recently, due to civil war-like situation in Sudan, this supply might get restricted and it would really hamper industries all over the world. What type of industries? Well, gum arabic is used in candies, processed food, and even beverages. Okay? Coca-Cola and all, Pepsi, it is used in that. It is used as a binding agent in medicines and capsules. Okay? It is used as a binding agent in inks also, emulsifier in inks also. Okay? So these industries depend on gum arabic and 70% of gum arabic comes from Sudan. So first and second statements are correct. Third statement is also correct and the correct answer is D over here. Question 4. Which of the following statements is correct regarding NASA's Punch mission? It is a solar mission launched by NASA to observe and study solar's corona. Punch mission will be a constellation of 4 spacecrafts placed at L1, L3, L4, L5 Sun-Earth Lagrange points. These 4 suitcase-sized satellites shall weigh 64 kg each and shall be identical to each other. Okay, so NASA has recently launched another solar mission called Punch mission. Okay, under this Punch mission, NASA will launch 4 identical small satellites. Okay, 4 identical small satellites, suitcase-sized satellites, 64 kg each. This part is correct. Okay, and they'll be identical to each other. Now, these 4 satellites shall be placed in low Earth orbit. Okay, and their only job would be to observe Sun's outermost layer called corona. So, first statement is also correct, but second statement is incorrect because Punch mission will be a constellation of 4 spacecraft. That's true, but they won't be placed at Lagrangian points. They will be placed, well, they will orbit the Earth in the low Earth orbit. So, this statement is false. The answer is 1 and 3 only, C. And last, but definitely not the least, consider the following statements regarding solar cycle. Every 11 years, the sun's magnetic field flips. This periodic change is known as solar cycle. Sun is at its most dormant when the magnetic field flips. This phase is called solar minima. At solar maxima stage, sunspot activity is at its peak, which correlates with increased solar flares. Okay. So look, this is our star of the solar system, Sun. Now, Sun has a magnetic field, very strong magnetic field. It's like there is a very big bar of magnet inside the Sun. Okay, it has a north pole, it has a south pole. The thing, every 11 years, this magnet flips. South pole goes upwards, north pole comes downwards. And then after another 11 years, this shift again takes place. Okay. Now this thing is known as solar cycle. Okay, and it is 11 years long. Now whenever this solar cycle flips, okay, just after the at the end of this 11-year period, when this magnet flips, that period is known as solar maxima. At this stage, Sun is at its most not dormant, active phase. Sun is highly active and it's not solar minima, solar maxima. Sun is at its peak active stage. Okay, and when Sun is active, what happens? Well, this Sun ejects highly charged particles, magnetically charged, electrically charged particles. These particles, basically Sun spits out these particles, and these particles roam around the entire solar system. They even reach the Earth and damage many satellites and electricity grid. Clear? Now, solar maxima is also associated with high sunspot activity. Now, what are sunspots? Well, these are black spots on the surface of the sun. Okay, and these black spots increase in number during solar maxima. And when you have high sunspot activity, you can necessarily, uh, you can necessarily say that solar flares are going to. Okay, now just after this magnetic flip, just after solar maxima, within a few years, sun becomes quiet, and that is known as solar minima. Clear? So every 11 years, the sun's magnetic field flips? Yes. Sun is at its most, not dormant, active when the magnetic field flips, and this is known as solar maxima, not minima. At solar maxima stage, sunspot activity is at its peak, true, which correlates with increased solar flares, also true. 1 and 3 only, the answer is C. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And please, 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 do not forget to revise this lecture. I'm sure this lecture has added value to your preparation, but it would add more value if you do this necessary revision. Now, what do I mean by revision? Well, just spend another 5 to 10 minutes taking a look at written detailed solutions to each and every MCQ discussed above. Now, you will find these solutions in our notes, and these notes are available on our Telegram channel. Now, the link to our Telegram channel is provided in the comment section below this video. You just have to click on that link. It will take you to our Telegram channel, and from there you can download the notes for not just this lecture, but all the other lectures featuring on our YouTube channel. On that note, I'll be signing off. Thank you so much, everyone.